Welcome to Texas Motor Speedway here today in the Racers Elite Next Gen League. I like Next Gens, even though they just changed the tire model and they made them really tight. Found that out at Dover. First is Truth Hoke, second Andrew Tuff, third Jesse Fox, fourth Troy Thomas, fifth David Nall, sixth Alex Gates, seventh Brandon Zimmerman, eighth Dennis Kane, ninth Brandon McGraw, 10th Shane Cochran, 11th Alex Bergen, 12th Brandon Puffenbarger, 13th Kinsley Smith, 14th Robin Young, 15th Trevor Fettig today, and it is 105 laps for these drivers. One lane highway pretty much is what this track will be. 55 or 65% fuel, 4 tires, 105 laps. Waiting to get on the grid here, and I need to open up my trading paints because some of these guys' paints have not loaded in completely. It will here very, very soon. We're waiting on Smith and Young to grid, so I'll give them a paint refresh when we get to that point in the race. Waiting on Young now. Looks like he may have gridded here, possibly. And he did, so he's probably RC this race, so these drivers will pull off pit road. You'll see paints will pop with the new paint schemes. If they do have a new one, it will show up on what it should be. I want to give them another one. I think the 3 had a different one, and it just showed something else. I don't think Troy's is that. It may be, though. It could change during the race also. That has happened before. Just tries to clean up old paints that are in the system. 105 laps, though. Turns 1 and 2, you will be out of the throttle a lot longer than you will 3 and 4. 3 and 4, you're kind of in the throttle the whole entire way. Pace truck will pull in here for 105 laps at Texas. You're going to see a lot of guys slipping and sliding off of 2. This car will pull in as the starter will have the flag in his hand, and the green flag is in the air. We are underway here. Probably get away with running in 5th, or not 5th, in 4th at the start of the run. Then you'll actually, no, you probably, because just looking at Brandon Zimmerman's, he was really, really low in the gear or low in RPMs in 5th, so you can probably get away with the downshift. It will make those rears spin a little bit more, but I don't think it will get them loose this early on in the run, possibly, so they should be fine. Truth, though, I'm guessing that he had some sort of issue that didn't let him grid because he came in late on that. However, he is up 2 position from last. He's lucky where he qualified. He could just go straight off of pit road pretty much. It's like Nall will get to the inside of Zimmerman. Zimmerman gonna let Nall take a peek, but not gonna give him the position. Gonna fight hard against him there. Have to see how these guys' tires, kind of just work the way through. I don't know if they'll fall off hard or if they will just be okay. That's a question that I don't know if it will fall off too much or not. We'll just have to see. Just going to be having Chase Fox now. As I use this same template that the 66 has. I think it's a 66. Sorry, no, Shane Cochran. I have this exact same template See if I can get a chase view. This was a... Let me get a chase. There it is. This is... crap. What's the name of the website that has this? Oh, I forgot the name. What is it? SimRap Market. That's what it is. That template's from, and I use that for mine. Just it doesn't have that on there. I think may have modded the colors a little bit because it looks a little bit more shiny. See, however, these guys are starting to kind of pick up a little bit of action here. They see the 77 of Alex Gates. He's going to get around Brandon McGraw. Brandon, he is up 2 positions, though. The 5 is stuck in that high line. Try to find a way down here. You do not want to be on the outside trying to go into 1 and 2. It's just a hard pass to make. Looks like he's going to lose 2 positions here because of that. As looks like Teff will get up under Fox, and Fox, I don't think he's going to be able to defend much. He doesn't go down and chase Teff to get his right rear, so he's not really trying too hard to slow him down, as he will get by him there. Coming back through the pack here. Slow down a little bit. Hoke is definitely chopping his way through the field, though. Making up as much time as possible. Next gen's pretty aero sensitive, and Fox is really tight. Thomas is, he's almost too far up. Should be fine. Just gotta be careful with that, though. We'll lose that position. So with them running high, we're kind of a little bit higher up off the corner. Is what that would be telling me is that somebody's getting back to the throttle a little too early. They need to let it roll or back up the corner or turn your brake bias to the rear, because that will get you a little bit more turn in the corner. But really, rolling it more it's the better thing to do, because if you don't do that, then you're just going to be in a hard spot for sure. Let's see, everybody's pretty much running. You basically, I mean, you pretty much have one option, though. It's run around the bottom. You can't really go up any higher. And that's just how the racing goes here. You just can't get up high. I think they redid this track in 2018, maybe? I don't know. I hadn't watched it in that time. I know it was redone because Texas, I remember, you used to be able to run a lot of different lanes at this track. Now you can't. It's really pretty much a one-lane highway. Which it is annoying for some people, and I understand that, and that kind of is annoying for me too. I always want to see people to be able to, you know, fan out and race around each other. It looks like we got the 77. He's trying to get a spot here from Zimmerman. Zimmerman looks like he wiggled a little bit off the corner there. So one thing that these guys will be dealing with as these tires wear out, they're trying to get back to the gas on exit, and the rear is going to start kicking out a lot more. The 77 got to be careful when he's down as low as he is. Truth is making holes here. Won't be able to. He's way low on the track trying to find a hole around Zimmerman. Just not able to find one there. He's thrown a little bit of a block there on Kane, just trying to keep him back behind him. Teft has gotten out to a 8/10 lead here. 65 to Zimmerman. See how hard he defends against Hoke here. Hoke's going to get tight. You see him have to bail out of the throttle, completely out of it. Flames come out of the pipe. Fall back in line. That may give a forward spot to the inside. It will not. Hoke is going to leave it open, though. So get a good arc into the corner. Look back up here at Teft here. McGraw's down pit road. That is interesting to see there. I don't know why he's down pit road. It looks like around Teft. Teft is having a hard time getting around the 65. It looks like he finally will do it. Going to slow his gains pretty big, though. Going to have to hope that he can cycle through on these pit stops, most likely. McGraw keeps registering that he's coming down pit road. I don't know why. 65 is going to continue to bleed positions because of not being able to get to the bottom. See, now that's what you need to do right there. What that 11 did, he's right around the bottom of the track. We'll actually go gyro cam with him. Yeah, it's what I thought you were doing. He's now hopped down into fourth gear in the corners. Here you stay fifth gear. Don't really get an advantage going through fourth, but now when you go fourth and first, you will notice a really big advantage. Just more turn. You have to be a little bit more careful on the throttle, but you definitely slow down a lot more. Use engine braking to get the car slowed down. You can see it. He does his pretty early on, too. Actually gone board. We'll go see what Troy's doing. Troy may be doing the same thing. Troy's right down on that line. See what he does here. He stays in fifth, and what that'll do, that'll give him a little bit more security on exit. See what Teft is doing. Teft is running fourth. He's hanging that gear a little bit, probably get through it a little bit better. He'll stay in fifth here. He'll probably go back down to fourth and 1 and 2. We'll just stay on board to make sure that's what he does. Let's see what he does here. He'll probably do it. There he goes. Does it about midway through the corner. I'd be doing it a little bit earlier if I was Teft, but you know, you do you. He has lost a little bit of time though. Thomas has gained some. Fastest car on the track right now. Got 31.5s. They've fallen off about a second. Is Null, Hoke, and these guys kind of right here. Huffenberger's ran a 30.20 though. Huffenberger's very much probably, he's out of the way of all this air. He's got really the benefit of fresh air more than anything else. 23 laps of 105 done though. Fettig is down pit road. He has smoked the front of that car. Right side. So he's got some damage from something over there, evidently. Don't know what damage, but it's something that he's got. Look around Fox and Kinsley here. These two might start racing around each other soon. I think Smith might have something going on here. Zimmerman's down pit road 2. All right. I don't know what that's about. Curious there with the 77. Might get this 15 here soon. Gates is all over the bumper of Smith. Smith's going to have to defend hard here if he wants to take this position. Both are. Smith is really slow middle corner. That 77 is able to roll if he can just get up to him, get to that left quarter panel. He can get his position down on. .77. He has a lot more center corner speed than Kinsley. I just don't know how Kinsley's going to be able to hold him off. However, Teft is starting to stretch his lead out now. I don't know how much fuel they have, like lap-wise, to guess. So you got 65% fuel. Full fuel run is probably... Don't know if this is what they would do. What's the normal length? I can't remember what the normal length is. Guessing 40 to 45 laps, most likely, is what I'm guessing on those. I think that's what it's. I think that's what it is. We'll let the camera choose where we go. See if this 77 hold off Hoke here. Hoke is working his way through the field. He is not slowing down here at all. Tef ran he's been running 10th faster, about a 10th faster every single lap. These guys have running 30 40s, 30 31s. So I don't know what they'll be able to do. Fox is falling back just a little bit, not too far though. Qualified 30s back to 4th. Now he's up back to 3rd here. Hoke is still trying to get around the 77. I don't think he's going to be able to. 11 might have to fend against the 77 of Gates, actually. This 11, the only thing I see the 11 being able to do is possibly just being able to aero block more than anything else. I don't know if he'll be able to do it, though. That's going to be really, really hard to do. .77's getting ever so closer to his bumper, and he's getting really, really close. to the inside of him finally. Not so close. Thought he was going to be there, but not there quite just yet. The 7-11 here. We got Kinsley, so I think I'm close on pits by 40. I said 40 to 45. So I may be right there at it. Okay, this is just weird. Let's see what we got here. Kinsley went down, so when does Teft and these guys go down? I think Teft, say it'd probably be smart if I was Teft, I'd just run it to the end of the fuel as long as I can. I just want the bare tire more than anything else. Kane. He's right up on Hoke, so Hoke may have driven his tires too hard, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Actually, Hoke got around Gates while I was looking at that. Hoke is tight because he's really slow through the corner overall. I think that's going to be... I don't know. I think it just looks like he's tight overall. Just kind of looking at that. He's not rolling with a lot of speed, but like I said, these guys have fallen off 7/10, 5/10. They have fallen off on time. The 11 must have had an issue getting off 4 there because he is way off the pace. I mean, way, way off the pace. Fuel, possibly? Tires? One of the two, because he's in the bottom. I think he's coming to pit road here. You can see how low he is. He's coming to pit road. He almost got taken out by the 77 there. Looks like he will be coming to pit road. So I was pretty much right on fuel. Andrew's got a 3.1 second lead now over the rest of the field, though. See if that 4 can get to the inside of the 55 here. Yeah, this is time pit stops happen. So Teft comes down early in the... I think this is a little bit early. I would have stayed out longer if I was Teft. But that he drags Thomas and Kane with them. Cochran, Nall. Nall's been down pit road already. See when Fox comes down. I hope you see that he's worked his way. Fox is coming down pit road this time. So look at how low he's staying. Yeah, he's definitely coming this time. So there he goes. Let's Hoke by. Hoke's going to stay out. Hoke may run it to the end here. Fox will get down to pit road speed. Andrew Teft, he is off and away. So Hoke looks like he's coming down this time too. Yeah, he's slowing way down. He's going to drag Gates with him also. As Gates gets all he can getting on pit road. He really gained on Hoke there. He got all that he could, and Hoke is actually slow overall on pit road. You can see Gates gained even more. Evidently, Hoke had something wrong where he was just not rolling down pit road as fast as Gates was. That's just probably being cautious, possibly, or he maybe have gotten too fast into it. See, the 77 will actually get out and around Hoke. Hoke just did not have a good pit stop at all. 45 seconds on pit road compared to Gates, who had a 43-second pit stop. Tef looks like he grew his lead even more. He came down on a 3-second lead. He's got a 5-second lead now. His pit stop was 42.87 compared to everybody else. Had like a 43, 44, 45. So he definitely got off and away quickly. And I wonder if he got full of fuel, though, if he realizes that he's going to have to pit again. And that'll get him to 145. Yeah, they'll have to do a really, really short pit stop. He could gamble with 2 tires, but I just don't think he's going to do that. But we'll go on board here with... Let's do 6 random drivers for 2 laps each. We'll start with Teft here. kind of the difference in RPM. Like, you can hear the RPM difference when they're behind the draft and when they're not. So there's definitely a big difference there. Teft has a 6.7-second lead. So, yeah, he's got a lot of time to work with. Everybody else has gotten pretty spaced out. I still don't know what happened with Hoke. He was just slow overall down pit road. Most of these guys, I said one lane highway early. Everybody's just, you're all on the bottom. That's just what it's going to be. All around the bottom the whole time. McGraw, he is back down pit road. However, they've kind of stacked up behind the 4 here of Kane. Gates and Hoke have both caught him. Kane pitted at lap 40, Hoke and Gates at lap 42. Only 2 lap tire difference. I wouldn't think that it would make too much of a difference, but there's a possibility that it could. Teft has that clean air, so he's just able to stretch it out, go as long as he wants to. There is no issue for him to just stretch it out the whole entire way. Doesn't have to worry about anybody being in front of him to mess with his air to make him tight. He can just keep going completely normal. They have gotten past halfway, though, in the race. Lap 61 of 105. Yeah, I do expect pit stops about lap 85 to 90. They'll probably pit on the very edge of their window more than anything else. I don't think they'll run it as long as I think they will. I think they'll do it pretty early on. I don't know what happened to the 7-Eleven. We've had 3 drivers drop out, though: Bergen, McGraw, and Zimmerman. See, the 3 will dive down to the bottom right in front of the 4. That will kind of cut his nose off there just a little bit. See, that 4 may be able to make a move here. Nice, too far away. Kane, I thought he was going to have a move on Thomas here. He might. Thomas does leave the bottom open for a little bit, but he diamonds it off. He cuts Kane's nose off. Or still a little bit higher up. He just can't get to the very bottom like he needs to be able to put the power back down. I actually go with him in 1 and 2 to see what it sounds like for him, because it just looks like he can't get down to the bottom quick enough. goes for him here. We'll go cockpit or gyro cam. He had to wait. He actually got a good bite at that corner there, so that's not what he normally did, but he got a pretty good run down the backstretch off of that one. Thought he was going to have to pedal it there, but he didn't. Let's see what he does this time around here. Inner is really shallow, too. I do notice that. So it gets another good run there. So as soon as I go on board, it looks like he gets pretty good rotation up under Thomas. Whenever he gets close, can he get by him, though, is the question. He won't be able to so far. Let's see if he can get it coming off the corner here. This might drive the 77 of Gates, though, to get up under Kane, and that's what Thomas will be hoping for. He's like, yes, please go fight him, not me. That's what I kind of do. If you can notice a fast car behind you and there's a fast car behind them, is you can fight as hard as you can to keep that car behind you, make them slip up, race them hard, and then hope that that car behind them will then race them so you don't have to deal with the guy that's directly behind you. But it looks like Three's able to hold him off here right now so far. Taft has a 7-second lead now. Let's see what that 4 may be defending here against the 77 possibly, because he's running really low down the backstretch. Wouldn't make sense to see him. Oh, there goes Kane actually down pit road. That might have been why he was staying so low, is he's going to try the short pit here. See if he can do it. So when does this drag everybody else down pit road? Betty come down pit road. He's not a factor, though. Let's see what Taft here can do. When is Taft going to go down pit road? There comes Fox. When do they short pit, or do they even short pit? I think you have to short pit. I don't think you can't short pit. Cochran comes down pit road. So it's got to be. I don't even know if you can short pit and it'll make enough of a difference. There's a possibility it will, but I just don't know if it will or not. He'll be, he's going low this time. He might be trying to get a draft with this 69 in front of him. He's not, no, he is slowing down. He's going to pit road this time. He's able to get a normal pit entry for once. Let's see, does this drag everybody else with him? I think it will. The only thing Tep is going to be at a disadvantage here is tires, which he can maybe even them out with the gap that he had. He had a 7-second lead. Let's see, will he... He's not going to come out with the lead, evidently, but what to see Troy and these guys when they come down pit road. Not coming this time. Top speed that's been hit is 196. That's by Kane. Now, it does group them all back up, but you got to keep that in mind that they do need to pit. So Teft, he's one lap down, but he may unlap himself here, possibly. I wait for the tires to get back up to temp before anything else, because if he doesn't, it's going to be hard. It just won't turn. It won't really stop either. Be surprised. Cold tires do not stop. Guys go down. So Kane he came down at lap 70. It's these first four that we got to look at here more than anything else. Like Troy may be coming down this time by. Yes, he will. Look at him. He was staying low and he lets gate behind him. So Hope will be coming down. See if he can actually he has a chaser this time. So hopefully he can get a little bit better pit stop than he did last time, because he just had a slow stop overall. I think it was actually the slowest of one of the slowest of that first pit stops. That was just difficult for him. So we'll need Nah will have to come down pit road still. So will Gates. This does cycle out. It will be put back to Teft. Actually might unlap himself here. He's about to get around Nah here very, very soon. So yeah, Teft did unlap himself. Nah says he's down pit road even though he's... No, there he is. That was a different car. Looked very similar to him. That was Gates, actually, who I was looking at. So that should give the lead back to Teft here. He'll get back around Gates soon here. Teft, he should get the lead back here on the backstretch. Because Gates, he's just started his pit stop here. Yeah, he will get it easily. See how far ahead he'll be, though, is a big question. I have a 13-second lead. So he is, yeah. He's got a pretty big gap. I don't know if anybody will be able to catch him even with the tire difference. So there's only 4 laps on Hope. How did Hope... Wait, how in the world did Hope work his way back up here? Oh, Kane had a... No? He put it at lap 78. Where did Hope come from? That was one of the last pit stops, too. Where? I don't know how he did that. Everybody there looks like around Smith. We may have some action here as this is stacked up 4 cars behind him. See if Smith will be able to hold any of them behind him. I don't think he will. He hit at lap 53. He's got super old tires. You see, he goes to the top, and I think that he had to there. It's just impossible for him to do anything at that point. That lets Fox be the chaser for these guys now. He's got Cochran and Smith behind, or not Smith. Got Thomas behind him, actually. What happened with Thomas? Thomas must have sped. Yeah, he did. He got a 1.2, or not 1.2. Minute 20 on pit road, 45-second pit stop, so that means he got held. So he was speeding coming in. Hoke, though, he's running a little bit faster laps. It's just a little bit faster, not by much, but by just a tad. I don't think Hoke can catch him here. Hoke's not going to be able to make up that much time. He was 2/10 faster, but he's got 12 seconds unless Teft has a huge bobble. He's not going to be catching him here anytime soon at all. Here's 69 of Fox trying to hold off Cochran. Cochran's, I think he rolled the dice here at the very end, and it's worked off for him just a little bit. Not too much, though. So he did qualify 10th, and he's up to 5th right now at the moment. Don't know if Cochran can do anything behind him because it's just so hard to pass here at this track, and that's one thing that makes people hate it today is you just can't pass, which is very, very true. I know in the Gen 6 it was worse, or Gen 7, Gen 6? Is it Gen 6, I believe? Gen 6, yes, they don't have a Gen 7. Yeah, that's called the next gen. Okay, I was gonna make sure. I don't know why I thought... I don't know. I have no idea why I thought it was the Gen 7. I knew it was Gen 6. But Gen 6 was worse at these tracks. And in some form, the Gen 7's bad, too. It really... overall tracks, it's so aero-reliant. It's just ridiculous. And the main issue that people have with it is that it's got such a big tire on it now that it just doesn't lose grip as the Xfinity cars do because it's a smaller tire. It's just so much harder for them. Oh, my Lord. We got a caution here. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what it's for. I don't see... I don't know what that call. I actually have no idea what that's for. I don't see anybody around. This should bring everybody back down pit road, though, now that I think about it. Should bring them all down pit road. Let's see if Teft comes. Yeah, I think you got to. I think the tire difference is going to be too big. I don't think you're going to even roll the dice with 2 tires. It's just not worth it at all. It's way too gutsy of a move. That will put the 77 back on the lead lap. And that's one thing Teft did not want to see there. I had to see if he gets off pit road first. Uncheck your fuel, only check your tires, and then uncheck your windshield change, or tear off change. Same thing, close enough. roll to a stop here in his pit box. I believe he should win this race unless somebody takes 2 tires. All he has to beat out is Hoke on pit road, and I think he'll beat Hoke coming out here. Let's see. Hoke may beat him off. And he did. So put Hoke to the lead. I knew that was going to be close, and Teft was about a whole second slower on pit lane overall. He had a faster pit stop, though. Just didn't roll as fast as Hoke did down pit road. Oh my gosh, that is just gut-wrenching. If you're Teft, you dominated the whole entire race pretty much. Oh my lord, it's gonna get him back to green with, I think, 11 laps left, most likely. Troy is cycled around first. That's not right. Yeah, I was going to say. I believe lights have gone off. Yep, they have, so they will get it with 11 to go. What will happen here? Can Hoke come from the back to the front? If he does, that'll be amazing. See how aggressive it will be between the two. Oh no, they got another caution or another lap. I don't know why, but they do. How will this go between the two? Pace car will pull off this time. Be between Hoke and Teft here. Teft was leading most of the race. Hoke qualified on the pole, but had to go back to the rear to start. And as the green flag waves, Hoke gets a good jump here. That may be all that he needs to beat Teft. I know Teft will be absolutely furious if he somehow loses this race. He's going to fall back behind. No, he's not going to. He's going to get around Kane here most likely. Can he go chase down Hoke for the lead? Lost a lot of time. 9 to go here. These two chase each other down. Back behind him, we have the 3 of Troy Thomas trying to defend his position here against the 69. He's trying to catch the 69 of Jesse Fox. He's close to him. Fox is trying to chase him down. The 3 of Thomas just diving on in there. It's like he kind of will, kind of won't. He let Fox know that he wanted the inside. And Fox he did give it to him. I will give him that, so he did a good job, you know, not chopping his nose off. I saw people do that a lot of times, and it doesn't end up too well there at all. Behind these two, looks we have Smith and Cochran going at it here for position. These guys are almost 3 wide off the corner. They will keep it up under them. A little bit of dive bomb in there. Fox is falling fast as Hope just ran the fastest lap of the race at 29:25. He is up on his horse as fast as he can go, and I just don't know if Taft can get him here. Gonna be giving it all he got, all he has. It, I know that. He's hanging 5th though. He's not getting through 5th like I think he should. I just don't think he can get him. I just don't know if he can get him there. He's just so far away, and he's almost a second behind. I think he's not going to be able to. What a drive for Hoke, though. I don't know where he came from on that last pit stop. I have zero clue how he got up there, but that was amazing for sure. These two fight for position. This is fourth right now. It's Troy. Oh, he's trying to get that position on Nall. He's trying to get to that quarter panel. If he can just get the quarter panel, that's all that he needs. And he wants the outside more than anything else. And I don't blame him. That's a smart idea. But it's just so hard. Hoke here is 3 laps left. I know this is going to be one that slipped away from Tep, and he's not going to be happy either. He probably just cannot believe it at all. Maybe 2 to go now. For Hoke. Something that can happen here is if a caution comes out, that'll change a lot. I don't think so unless 11 about wrecks it going up here because he's way out of the groove. And Troy, I think he had a really bad corner on that one. That was not good for him. The 15 to 77, the 86, they are all racing hard as it will be white flag in the air one more time around here for Hoke. From the back to the front, qualified on the pole, but missed the start. Will he be able to hold him off here? And it looks like he possibly will. So Hoke has one of the best drives that I've saw. Somehow, I don't know where he came from on that last pit stop. Then he gets the caution that saved him, and Hoke will come out of 4, and he will come home with the race win. A little bit of celebratory bump there, and they're going to take out Hoke instead. Got a Kyle Busch impersonator here. He's not going to get to spin around on him. He just has to Never mind, he backs it in instead. I don't know how Hoke did what he did, but he comes home with a really good drive there. I'm gonna try to do a burnout here with this wrecked race car. So we'll pull up the finishing order here now. We'll bring in Dennis Kane. Is he in a room? Let me ask. Truth is in one. We'll wait to see if he hops in a room here. We'll give him about 2 minutes to do that. Bring in. We'll give him one more minute. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want one. Okay, we'll bring in the second place driver in Andrew Teft. Hey, Andrew, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so you dominate the entire race, and a caution comes out at the end and it slips away from you. I don't even know what to call that. What was the caution for? Because I didn't even see a wreck on the track.
We're trying to decide what to call it, joking around. I threw it myself because I just wanted to make things a little bit more interesting. There's no points on the line tonight, so just thought we'd rack them back up and see what happened. And I didn't quite have enough short run speed there to hang on to it, but it was a lot more fun than riding around alone.
Yeah, I was definitely confused for sure. I was like, "What? Why is there a caution?" Because I didn't see anything. But how did the race go for you overall? Because evidently you did pretty good because you were dominating pretty much the whole entire race.
Yeah, I felt like I was on a Sunday drive, to be honest, even though I guess it's Thursday. But yeah, just handling wise was about perfect. Got a little loose off too, like one time, but didn't really have any complaints. It was downshifted nicely. It wasn't really upsetting the car and won, and didn't really have terrible tire fall off or anything. kind of got in the pits a little bit hot both times, but was able to slow it down enough in that section to not get a penalty. That was probably the closest I came to messing something up, but yeah, just needed a little bit more on the short run. So congrats to Truth.
And so, how hard was it to pass here? Because it seems like this is a one lane track, pretty much.
Yeah, I like to make my moves off of the bottom of two, and normally if you can, kind of stay under the person down the back stretch, you can clear them through three and four down the front stretch. But I think it all starts in turn two, and I was downshifting. I don't know if everybody was. I think some people were just staying in fifth, but I would downshift to fourth and in turn one, and I was able to get a pretty good launch off of two. And it being nighttime, there was a lot of grip out there, unlike the last time we were here where we were in bright sun, so could really just floor it off, and it was sticking pretty well.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you were one of the only people that was shifting down to fourth. Knew that early on it would be a good idea, but later on in the run, probably not a good idea just because the tires would start to slip. But I mean, you did good. How do you think this went for a preseason race, kind of showing what the rest of the season might be like?
Yeah, it's fun to just kind of let our hair down once in a while. Got to meet a couple new guys this week, and really excited for next week. Got really good rosters for all three series, and fantastic broadcast teams. So I think this is the most excited I've ever been for a new season, to be honest.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank you for helping out in the booth. If you don't mind doing us a favor, hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel homepages. That's Racers Elite Network and Ghost Racing Network. And I want to thank our servicemen and women, my team, friends, family, everybody that tunes in to watch, shows up to race. And if you want to check us out, just head on over to racerselite.com. You can find all the schedules, standings, the whole 9 yards there. And shoot me a message on Discord if you want to compete in anything. We'll get you set up. You can find the Discord link right on our website homepage, which again is racerselite.com.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming home second tonight, man.
Thanks, Bryce.
Andrew Teff, the league owner. I will bring in the race winner and Truth Hoke. Hey, Truth, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got
Man, so you qualify on the pole, had to start from the pits, get a lucky caution. Well, Teff just told me why that caution was thrown, but work your way back up there and then steal it from Andrew there at the end. But, how did the race go for you overall, though, man? Because it seemed like you had to fight the whole entire time.
Yeah, I messed up. I had my finger on the go button instead of the start button, and then when I went to start, I went to hit. That messed me up there, and I just figured out when I got to second, I thought, well, I'll finish second, catching Andrew some. But then when he threw that caution and I beat him out of the pit, oh, all I got to do was get the jump and run a few quick laps, give me a little time there, and he won't be able to catch me, hopefully. And I did that. He was running me back down, but just enough time.
Yeah, so what happened on that first pit stop? Because I saw that you lost about 3 or 4 positions there, and I looked at your pit time. You were about a second slower overall on pit road. Your pit stop wasn't slow, but your pit time was a little bit slower.
I almost got speeding, and then I drove through my pit.
That explains a lot of it because I was wondering, I was like, how did he lose that much, time on everybody? But one thing about this track, how hard was it to pass? Because evidently you found something out and other people weren't able to.
It was pretty hard to pass, especially when people started shifting. People shifting out of into one, and I wasn't shifting. But getting the runs once, I had to shift once I got underneath them. But it was just I got lucky in being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you got lucky, but you definitely had pretty good drive. But how does this boost your confidence, for the rest of the season, even though this was a preseason race?
Oh, it does a pretty good job. Boosting confidence. I feel pretty good about it with the team I have. We have behind me and stuff, and I figure we're going. I hope. Well, I'll have to see.
I think you cut out there. What was that again?
Oh, I said I'm feeling pretty confident about the season coming up. Just hoping bad luck kind of stays away from me.
Yeah, hopefully it will for you. But I mean, you definitely made a lot of improvement. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
I'd like to thank my wife for supporting me. My team, the Misfits with Andrew. I mean, Andrew's in there tonight, but Troy, Chris, Haas, Jesse, Alan. I want to thank all of them and you guys for putting it on, and Andrew for hosting and having such a great league, and all the great drivers here in this league. And I can't wait to watch it back tomorrow in the morning.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but good job coming home with the race win tonight, man.
Thank you very much.
That was Truth Hoke, the race winner. So turns out that caution, Andrew decided to play NASCAR officiating. Throw a caution for no reason, but he just wanted to spice it up and get it is preseason, so it doesn't matter. But if Truth Hoke comes home with the win, Andrew Teff second, Dennis Kane third, fourth, David Nall, fifth, Troy Thomas sixth, Kinsley Smith seventh, Alex Gates eighth, Sean Cochran ninth, Jesse Fox 10th, Trevor Fettig 11th, Brandon Puffenberger 12th, Brandon McGraw 13th, Alan Bergen 14th, Brandon Zimmerman 15th, Robin E. Young. Not a bad race overall, though. It is Texas, so there wasn't really that much passing, but I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer, so I will let you all go.